What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Cam, and we are back at it again with another banger. Yes, sir. Now, today I'm feeling a little antsy. I've had a couple little debates, conversations between the sexes. And let's just say I've had a very interesting start to my day. But like always, I hope you guys are doing good, living good, feeling better, feeling good, living better, as always. But to get straight into it, man, this video is going to be about women and why y'all struggle so much to find healthy, successful, long-lasting, meaningful relationships. So without further ado, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, notification bell, leave a comment, let me know what you feel, how you think, whatever, and let's get into it. I reposted a post on Instagram on my story, on my close friends, and it was basically a black woman who, my complexion, maybe even darker, brown eyes, black woman. And she made a comment. This isn't verbatim, but this is basically what she was saying is she hopes that her daughter comes out light-skinned, green eyes. I think she mentioned curly hair or long hair or something like that. Small waist. Yes, small waist and a big butt. I can't make this stuff up, folks. I can't. So, I reposted that on my close friends on my story. And I simply said, black women are miserable, right? And this isn't going to be verbatim because I can't remember exactly. I said, black women are miserable. And y'all made all this progress and have nothing to show for it other than depression and self-hatred. Now, a lot of the women, which majority of my followers are women, a few had, something to say about that. And that's cool. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, their feelings, their emotions. Who am I to tell you otherwise, right? And a few, slid up and they said, how could you say this as a black man, blah, blah, blah. And I hear that sentiment all the time, like, oh, you're a black man, how could you say this? Da-da-da-da. And it's like, why does me being a black man mean I can't hold you guys accountable? I don't understand that correlation that's trying to be created. Because in reality, there's no correlation there. Just because I am a black man does not mean I shouldn't hold any black woman accountable. Because the minute I do something wrong, or any of my male counterparts who are also black, the minute they do something wrong, everybody wants everyone to hold them accountable. Let's say a dude rapes a woman, a black guy rapes a woman. I know him personally, right? And let's say it comes out that he's raped this woman, blah, blah, blah. He's going to trial for it. If I were to come out and be like, nah, that don't seem like my dog. I know him better than that. He wouldn't do nothing like that. Do you know how much heat I would get for that? I'd probably lose over half my followers. Like, seriously, like, and I already don't have a lot. So it's like, that's the case when it comes to a man. But anytime a woman does something and a man speaks out equally in the sense of holding that woman accountable, somehow, some way, black women find a way to throw it back on me. Now, these women that were sliding up and responding to my message, it seems like the biggest issue they had was with my wording. And I say that because it seems like the issue really stemmed from the fact that they didn't like that I was generalizing the fact that I said black women are miserable. They didn't like the fact that I generalized that to make it seem like all black women are miserable. But it seems to me that in today's times, people don't understand what general means. We have generalities and generalizations for a reason, because there's no way for me to know every black woman on the planet. So obviously you make generalizations in terms of the point you're trying to make. Making a generalization is basically you just saying, hey, this isn't the only case of this that I've seen. So I'm going to span it across because I know there's more than enough other people within this demographic that I'm speaking on. I just don't know for sure. So you generalize it. The thing about generalities, people, is if it doesn't apply to you, you really don't have a reason to say anything about it unless you just want to add something to it or discuss it generally. Again, generally. But to look at a generalization of something and then take it personally, there's a huge lack of common sense there, in my opinion, because it just doesn't make sense. Why would you do that? If you know something's general, why would you take it personally? I see all day long women bashing men. Women bashing men. Oh, this ain't this. Y'all ain't that. Y'all are cheaters, liars. All day long. I see it all day long. And I'm not gonna lie. There was a point in time I used to always slide up, have something to say. But I learned that, look, at this point, it's a generalization. 2, I don't fit within that generalization. So there's no need for me to take it personal. 3, there are dudes out here that are cheaters and liars and everything else in the book. So for me to get mad at someone for making that generalization, here's the thing, people. People make generalizations based off their personal experience. So you can't tell someone their generalization is wrong. Because what if that's the only thing they've experienced? If that's all a person has experienced, what else can they go off of? If a woman has only dealt with dudes who are cheaters and liars and manipulators, etc., obviously she's going to make a lot of generalizations that men are just trash. Obviously. Because that's all she's dealt with. She's never dealt with something outside of that. If I sit here and say black women are miserable, maybe that's because a large amount, if not all the women I come in contact with, at least my age anyways, seem miserable. Again, if the shoe doesn't fit, then don't wear it. But don't chastise me for one, holding that woman accountable for saying that egregious statement that she made. And 2, don't chastise me for holding your fellow counterpart accountable, because you won't even do it. Women won't even hold each other accountable. And see, this is why men struggle so much with expressing themselves and being honest and just talking on the things that they think and feel and see. It's because every time we do it, this is what we're met with. This is what we're met with. It's never a smooth, ride for us when we do this. I mean, you look at guys like Kevin Samuels, Abba and Preach, even Fresh and Fit, who I'm not too big on anymore, but even them, because not everything they say is wrong. And it's like, you look at guys like this, and like those guys get so much hate and negativity thrown at them, when in reality, if you really sit back and listen to what they're saying, they're not saying anything abnormal or so far left that it's a cause for anarchy and uproar. They're not saying anything crazy. They're literally speaking from the minds of men. And I don't understand why women always get to do this and nobody's supposed to say anything. But when we do it, we get hit with every rebuttal. It's always being combated. It's always being argued, disagreed with. Look, man, nobody said you have to like it. But you also don't have to sit here and annoy me and make me feel like I'm a terrible human being. Because that's exactly what some of those women did that slid up on my posts. They try to make it seem like I'm a hater of black women. Like I don't like black women or something. When did I ever say that? Anyone who knows me knows that's not the case. So for you to not know me and make that assumption, that's very asinine of you, actually. Very asinine. But I digress, man. My whole thing is everyone needs to do better. I stress that all the time. Everyone. Not man, not woman, not black man, not black woman. Everyone. I don't care what race you are. I don't care what color you are, what shade you are, what your sex is, your gender, what you identify as. I don't care about none of that. Everybody needs to do better. Everybody. And I can't stress that enough. But if you're going to sit here and nitpick every little thing I do, go ahead. Because I'm not losing any sleep over it. It's just so funny to me how women are so quick to defend other black women, even when that black woman is wrong. But yet, they turn a blind eye whenever something's black. Like, I guarantee you, the same women who came in my DMs, you know, saying whatever they were saying, are the same ones that probably don't see anything wrong with Brittany Renner and what she has been saying and doing lately. Or if they do see something wrong with it, I bet you they have an excuse to follow up them saying that it's wrong. Like, oh yeah, she's wrong, but he's stupid for doing it. Those are the type of women I'm pretty sure they are. Because I don't understand how I literally put what I said with that post, right? I don't see why you would take what I said out of the context of the post in any way without at least confirming if that's what I'm doing or if that's my intention. If I put whatever I had to say, right? Black women being miserable, etc., with that post about the woman saying she wants her child to be light skinned, green eyes, etc., etc., why would you take the correlation between those two away and then try to make it seem like all I'm doing is hating black women and saying all black women are miserable? Obviously, I know all black women are not miserable. That'd be very asinine of me to say. But nobody says anything when y'all say all dudes are dogs. All dudes are cheaters and liars. Nobody says anything. Or a few do. But that's the whole point. Y'all do the same thing. So why jump down my throat because I did something that you do? Everybody wants to be so... You know, I was saying this earlier, is a lot of women, especially black women, you guys just think you're so perfect. Like you do everything right. Like y'all are just the catch. And I'm here to tell you that's not the case. Not even close. Some of you, yes. Some of you are great women. And any guy would be blessed to have you as his wife. But a lot of you, I hate to say it, but a lot of you are going to face a cold, cruel reality some years from now. You're not going to really see it now because you're young, you're in your prime, you're getting all the attention and love. When you start hitting them older ages and your value starts taking a hit, oh yeah, your reality is going to hit you. You're going to start to see some of the things I'm saying. And I hate that you have to learn that way, but hey. Hard head makes a soft ass, right? Just saying. Look, man, at the end of the day, black women, black men, black people in general, we all have to do a better job. We just simply do. You know, we have to get over ourselves thinking that we're so much more than what we really are. We're not doing anything special. We're not. Some things, yeah, but everybody is just so into this whole mindset of instant gratification on the spot. They want to see results now. And that's not how life works. Things take time. You have to develop certain things. You have to undo some of these traumas and these curses that have been put on us from our ancestors and our, older relatives and whatnot, even our parents. And all that stuff takes time. That stuff doesn't happen overnight. I didn't get to where I'm at overnight. It took years for me to become the person I am, and I still have a lot of work to do. I think I'm a little better off than, I wouldn't say most, but a good amount of people, at least other males in my demographic, but I still have a ton of work to do, a ton, and I'm okay with saying that. Accountability is one of the biggest things in life to me. Because if you're not able to be accountable or be held accountable of your actions, behaviors, etc., there's really no possible way for you to grow. It's impossible. There's no growth without accountability. None. Because the only way you can grow is to first acknowledge and accept where you need to grow, where you have messed up at, the mistakes you have made, the wrong you have done. If you can't acknowledge and accept those things, how are you going to grow? It's impossible. But I will emphasize, ladies, you have to do a better job, especially my black women. You guys have to do a better job. Y'all are the least married. That's not me saying that. That's not speculation. That's statistics. Nobody's marrying you guys. They're not marrying you guys for a reason, because you're not wifey material. Y'all think y'all are, but you're not. You're not. You do literally the complete opposite of what any man wants his wife to be. Y'all do the opposite. And then y'all sit here and complain and cry and chastise every man you come across because of you, because you don't know how to be a wife. At the end of the day, we choose who gets married. Y'all don't choose it, we do. A woman does not become my wife unless I make her my wife. Right? And I think that's a part of reality y'all need to understand. So it's not about what you want. It's not about what you think makes a good wife. No, it's about what the market is. If you want to be a wife, you need to be looking at, okay, well, what do men want? Because men have to do it. In any instance in life that y'all control, like sex, children, guess what we have to do? We have to make ourselves desirable to get those things because y'all control access to them. You think I like spitting game, wasting my time, spending my hard-earned money on y'all when I know it's not gonna go nowhere just to lay down in bed with you? You think I want to do all that? No, I don't. But I do it because that's what I have to do. Because how silly of it would it be for me to sit here and say, I shouldn't have to do all that. I should be able to just say, have sex with me, and it happens. You know how crazy people would look at me? But that's how some of y'all are. That's how some of y'all are. That's like me sitting here saying, oh, I don't think I should have to be in my child's life for me to have a child. Yeah, y'all still allow dudes to do that anyways. But just saying. You know how crazy that would be for me to say that? It'd be asinine. Extremely asinine. But a lot of you women, that's how y'all move, man. You want to be wives, but don't want to take the time to know what men want in a wife. And wonder why you're the least married and most unhappy. Y'all take the most prescription meds because y'all always dealing with anxiety and depression and all these other little things. And those are big things. Those are serious issues, but why would you think somebody wants to deal with that? It's one thing to help somebody with those issues, but you can't expect somebody to always want to subject themselves to being around you if that's all you're going to be. I don't deal with depression, not on a serious level to where I need to take medicine for it. I'm rarely ever depressed, and that's not me bragging. I'm just saying I'm not like that because I choose not to be. And I know that's easier said than done, believe me, because I've been at some very low points in my life. I've done it all. I've cut, I've attempted suicide. I've done a lot of things. But at the end of the day, man, it's up to you as the individual to make better for yourself. You can't leave that up to anybody else, guys. You can't. And if you're always going to point a finger, you're always going to look to somewhere else, something else to put the blame on, you'll never become a better person. You'll never grow. You'll stay the same. And that's why I'm going to leave this video. If you liked what I said, if you didn't like what I said, give me a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Go down in the comments. Let me know how you feel. If you agreed with what I said, if you disagree, I'm open to discussion with anybody. I'm open to anybody's viewpoint or perspective on anything because I feel like that's how you learn the best. But yeah, guys, that's all for this video, man. Again, like, subscribe, and we out here.